Hello my friends and welcome to Kingdom Rush Steam version. So if you guys haven't been up to date on what I've been doing with Kingdom Rush, I really haven't been doing that much. There's been a new update called Blackburn Castle with 4 new maps that we get to play. They're very fun. I recommend playing them for sure. They're also quite tough, and that's why I've decided to make a walkthrough for you guys. Awesome! Alright, let's show you guys what's up. So first thing you gotta understand about these guys is they're gonna be tough, and there's gonna be a lot of micro involved, and there's gonna be a lot of, little tiny things that you have to make sure you're doing. Otherwise, you can very easily lose a life, or lose a couple lives, or end up losing the game, because every life that goes through equals less gold, equals less time, and less good time for you to build towers. So you gotta make sure you keep up with this stuff, guys. Number one thing is I really like to use this buzzsaw guy. I don't even remember his name. I don't even look at these guys' names anymore. I should look at them, but I don't. I'm very used to the Kingdom Rush Frontiers, which is the second Kingdom Rush, but I actually came back to Kingdom Rush 1 because of the Steam version and the Steam version sale, and because of these new maps that keep coming out for this, where Kingdom Rush Frontiers doesn't have anything new coming out for it, which is kind of sad. But I really like this buzzsaw guy. I like him a lot because he has the insta-kill once he gets to level, I think, 4. He can insta-kill some guys every, like, 30 seconds or something like that, and it's just plain awesome. Also, there's going to be a little bit of lag in here a little bit later in the game, and I had like 20 seconds of lag in here. It shouldn't be a big deal for you guys, but I just have to say it because I really hate when I upload laggy videos, and I had like 20 seconds of it, so just deal with it if you want to watch this awesome-tastic walkthrough. This is a no lives lost walkthrough, so if you guys are having a lot of problems with this should help you out quite a bit. I think the main thing about this is that we're used to massing mostly mage towers and archer towers in the early game, and then artillery towers in the late game, whereas as you can probably tell, I've gone with a lot of artillery towers in the early game. You definitely want to get a Tesla coil right in the middle there, because there's going to be a lot of guys going through there. Just about every single guy that comes through here will get affected by that Tesla coil, except for the zombies on the bottom, which are a huge problem in the early game, and also the skeletons that come out of the top left side over there, which are also a huge pain, and you can usually handle them eventually. I do have a couple quick suggestions for you guys. If you guys aren't ready for them, that's okay. But number one is you definitely need to use your reinforcements very skillfully. And that's probably the main thing to do. The main thing about them is you want them to throw their spears as much as possible, because their spears are much stronger than if they go up and they start hand attacking these guys. Of course, they don't stall them when they're throwing the spears, but at the same time, if you're doing that much damage to those spears, it is absolutely worth it, my friends. Absolutely worth it. You're going to have a lot more problems in the early game than you are in the late game, especially because I send out the waves early every single time, or at least most of the time. I try and send them out early so I can get the extra gold and hopefully have my late game be way easier. So you can tell that I've already have an abomination on the top there, almost ready to get through. I have the zombies on the bottom there, almost getting ready to get through again. It's like, oh my goodness gracious, what the heck are we going to do? But we are going to be able to handle it. You got Hacksaw up there. He's pretty darn solid. He's going to be able to take these zombies down and everything. And as you can tell, as soon as level 4 popped out, he used his insta-kill on these things. One zombie almost dead, abomination almost through, but no, we're not going to allow it. We got the reinforcements, we got the rain of fire. Let's send out the next wave, my friends. Let's send it out. Nice! So, let's just go through my towers really quick. What do I got going on? I got mostly archer towers right in that middle lane right there, because I like them as just normal killing power overall. I have my artillery tower right in there with the Tesla tower right in the middle, and then I also have my 2 artillery towers on the bottom there. And what I'm going to do is I'm eventually going to get those guys hopefully up to a Big Bertha or a Tesla coil. I haven't decided yet. And that will be a lot of grouped popping power for all those random guys that are coming through, all those skeletons, all those zombies, and all those jerk faces that just come on through here. Now, another big problem that you're probably going to have is the witches. The witches are huge jerks in this game too, because you know what? If you got a bunch of guys on the screen, you're not going to kill them very easily. You're not going to kill the witches very easily, and the guys are just going to kind of tank the damage. And that's a big problem when we have very little time to kill those witches, and you want to go with a lot of magic and stuff too. I actually have a 2nd tier magic tower in the middle there. That's most of my zombie killing power. When you use your rain of fires, this is also my big thing with rain of fires. I love rain of fires. I use them a lot. I have this thing where if people don't use them the right way, they're probably gonna lose, and I love them. They're the best thing ever, if you ask me. So how do you want to use your Rain of Fires? You almost never want to use a Rain of Fire as soon as a round starts. if you're already using Rain of Fires as soon as the round starts, you're probably gonna end up losing the game. And I'm not lying to you. Unless you're on an early level, you're probably gonna end up losing the game. Like, these are some of the later levels. You're gonna need to use your Rain of Fires really, really well. Otherwise, boom, you're dead, man. You're gonna lose some lives. So I do talk a lot in my videos. I know that. I understand that. Most of you guys are probably used to that. But if anybody's just coming here for a quick walkthrough. Yes, I talk a lot in my videos. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. I do my best to try and explain everything to the best of my ability, make sure everybody understands what's going on. By the way, if you're kind of a noob cake, and you're just coming in here thinking you're just gonna start rocking Blackburn Castle, ha 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 ha! Oh man, I am a seasoned veteran of Kingdom Rush. I played Kingdom Rush Frontiers, done the hard on every single map, every single difficulty in the heroic and iron challenges as well. So I know what's going on with the game, and I do like Kingdom Rush Frontiers just a little bit better, but Kingdom Rush is definitely not bad at all. I still like that game as well. Not that many new guys. This is actually a similar map to the Kingdom Rush Frontiers new maps that we saw a little bit earlier, and a lot of them are tough. There's a lot of tough guys. The good thing about it is there's not that many guys that are actually like magic resistant and like armor resistant. It's less of that stuff and just more of like make sure you have a good amount of killing power. If you have enough killing power and you stall them in the right spots, you should be okay. So you can tell we're not having zombies get to the very end anymore. You know, once you get past level like 3 or 4, you should be okay with this defense. It's just early game you have a tough time because you have a Tesla coil right in the middle there, and that's pretty much, you know, really good for the middle, but other than that, it's not that great. I'll be honest with you guys. If you got the bottom down there, the zombies, those guys are huge problems for you, and that's what usually causes you the most problems. At this point, though, you should be starting to get your second Tesla coil up, which, yes, Tesla coils are very, very good in this game. I think they're a lot better than the Big Bertha. Big Bertha's better for like huge, humongous groups of guys, but how often do you get huge, humongous groups of guys? You normally just get, you know, 5 guys in a row, 4 guys in a row, something like that. So be careful with the werewolves because they do regenerate, and they regenerate quite quickly. Now on wave 6 here, you're going to have a bunch of skeletons coming out on the top there. You don't want to use your Rain of Fire on it, but if you have to, you have to. That's the way I'm going to put it. You much rather want to use them on the Lycans and the werewolves, and then just try and use your Archer Tower or your reinforcements or something to take care of those skeletons on top. Now if you got your Ranger's Fort by that time, should be alright. Now again, if you put all these towers in the exact same spot, but you don't micro, and by micro I mean use your reinforcements at the right time, and use your hero in the right place, you still will probably lose. Now what I'm doing here is I'm seeing that, oh my goodness gracious, I hate these phantom guys, I don't even know their name, but they are jerk faces. The way they work is that they only can be affected by magic. They are completely immune, which I hate, by the way, completely immune to all arrows and bomb towers and electricity and all that junk, but they are not immune to Rain of Fire, so you can Rain of Fire them if you wish. And you can also slow them down a little bit if you got a guy in their way, so you can slow them down and let your magic towers actually do the damage. That's the good news. The bad news is they also have 2 forms. So the first form is actually really, really good versus magic, which means you gotta use Archer Towers or something against them, and then you have to switch over to only using magic. So it's kind of tough. That's why you usually have to build only magic in the back and mostly Archer Towers in the front, of course with a few little mixtures in there as well. Now you notice there's a crap load of zombies in there, so I'm like, oh crap, we'll just Rain of Fire them. I think we're going to be able to take these Phantom Warriors down, especially now that we have an Arcane Wizard. Arcane Wizard up the wazoo, man. And at this point, you're going to start getting some late-game towers. You probably want to start getting, you know, at least 1 Arcane Wizard. You know, start upgrading your Tesla coils, start upgrading your Archer Towers. Just upgrade anything you can, and you should be okay. And here's the other Knight guys. These guys are the guys that actually turn into those Phantom Warrior guys that we saw in the last round. And they also have 1,000 health. They're hard to kill with magic. So they're hard to kill. They really are. But you usually can because they're just so slow. They're so slow that if you get a couple Archer Towers in there, you get your main guy in there, you can take him down. Now this is why I chose this guy for this level. This Hacksaw guy, you run him in there versus one of these guys, he not only takes down 1,000 health in an instant, he also makes it so the Phantom Warrior guy that comes out, I don't even know if it's a Phantom Warrior. I'm just going to call them Phantom Warriors. Don't hate on me because I don't know. because this is a post-commentary, of course, because I did it live, because I wanted to make sure I got the best walkthrough for you guys, best walkthrough possible. So you can tell there's the magic guy up there trying to run through, and I'm like, you know, the arcane wizard's going to take care of him. Boom shakalaka, boys. But they suck. They suck to have to deal with all these guys. But the hacksaw guy, he instantaneously kills him, and the Phantom Warrior doesn't even come back after that. So it's sweet. It's absolutely sweet, guys. Already on Wave 7, so we're about halfway done with the game, guys. Just about to send out Wave 8, and we're going to indeed get more magic. As you can tell, there's a lot of these guys still rolling on through here, trying to cause problems for us, and we don't like that. We don't like that at all. Ooh, also some abominations. Oh, man, oh, man. Abominations can be quite problematic just because they are such good tanks. They have, I believe, 2,500 health, and that's a lot. That's like as much as like one of those Yeti guys and all that stupid stuff, the stupid Yetis and stuff. And also, if you got some witches flying around here, these stupid witch guys flying around, and you don't have any archer towers in the back, you're probably going to lose. That's why I recommend at least one ranger tower in the back here. You might want to go with 2 if that's floats your boat. You know, maybe sell your barracks at this point because your barracks is getting almost worthless. The only thing it really does is it slows the witch down just a little bit because the witch keeps trying to turn them all into frogs. And obviously the frogs just hop away and they don't do anything for you. And that means that you can lose a lot of your reinforcements and stuff. As you can tell, the way I like to play my games is with very, very few barracks, if any at all. I actually don't even like to use barracks at all, if possible. So you can tell that whenever I place my reinforcements, I try and place them far enough away where I can just throw spears at people, and that's the way I want to do it. Oh man, abominations. Oh my goodness gracious, there's so many of them. But it looks like we hopefully should be able to take them down right around here. Oh yeah, we got the abomination on the top just about dead. We got the ranger tower and arcane wizard taking him down. And the bottom one is definitely going to die. Sadly enough, that witch almost got through to the very end. You don't even really understand the path that the witch takes, but it actually goes down, up, down, and then one last time through the middle. And the witch will leave through the middle. Some more skeletons trying to pop on through here, but I put my little guys all the way in the back. And we are going to barely kill these skeletons, but we do indeed. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. Sometimes you gotta fight at the very, very end of the level. And it's kind of sad that you have to do that, because you don't usually like to do that. You like to have your towers fighting them, but it's tough. It's tough to do it any other way. So now you have to start thinking, how the heck am I going to beat Blackburn? Because this was actually the first time that I got past, like, round 4. And I didn't know, I haven't played Blackburn before. I believe it's Blackburn. I haven't played Blackburn before, so I figured out how to beat him after I beat him, but it still was a little bit troublesome because I didn't realize the best way to do it. And the thing is after level, I think, 13 or 14, you get a bunch of witches coming out. You just have to say, screw it, man, we gotta say, I don't care about these archer towers anymore, and switch over to mostly magic. Even if you gotta sell a couple archer towers, get some more arcane wizards, or, if you want to, you can actually get the sorcerer's mage tower, and that will put a little aura around the boss, and then you can start killing him more with arrows. I hope you guys know that by now. You should know that by now. I tend to not use it as much, because I usually try and mix around my towers a little bit, and use them in the best way possible. Some more little witches coming out here. As you can tell, like, they just instantaneously kill your units. It's kind of sad, but I have such low level units it doesn't even matter. And then when I use my reinforcements, I'm actually like having them throw a couple spears in there, and it actually turns out to be not that bad. That they like turn one into a frog, and I usually kill them by the time they're done with that one guy. And you can tell that I love my Tesla towers. I got those guys upgraded pretty much all the way by now. Oh yes, indeed. And we got the Fallen Knights. That's what they're called, the Fallen Knights. So what you're going to do is just run your guy right over here and watch this. Check this out, guys. Boop! He just spins him over, and he is dead. So that's the best way to take these guys down. You know, obviously it doesn't do it instantaneous every single time. It's going to take some time, but you want to run him over there. After he hasn't been fighting a guy, come over there, and he'll spin that guy into dust. Or use him as a staller guy, because he can take a lot of damage. A lot of damage, guys. He can take a ton of damage, and then as soon as he's about to die, guess what you do? You just run him away really quick and let him heal up. Let him heal up, man. Check him out. You know what I like to do is every once in a while, I'll just click on him and see how much health he has, or just kind of watch him. you know, in the bottom left corner of the screen, you can check out his health. Move him back every once in a while, then move him forward, then move him back, move him forward. He's got full health. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run him up pretty darn soon. But I don't even really need to use him just yet. I'm just going to leave him in a spot because I don't really need to move him yet. Unless they got crap loads of skeletons coming out the top there, then we got to be careful. But I think the reinforcements should be able to take those guys down. And again, every single game that I play here is going to be completely different to what you guys play, based on the reinforcements, based on the rain of fire times, based on, you know, the exact tower locations and upgrades, and when you actually send out the waves of the other things. You basically can't copy my strategy 100%, and that's where a couple people have a little bit of problems with it. I understand that you're doing your best to try and beat this, but don't complain that it's not possible, or, you know, I didn't do a good job explaining things. It's just based more on your micro. You gotta micro things. You gotta do things in the game, and that's gonna help you win just a little bit easier. Also, I don't even have the full stars upgraded yet. I'm missing, actually, I think like 5 stars in the barracks thing. So if you use your barracks a lot, I believe barracks is plural already. If you use your barracks already, or a lot, you probably want to get those stars up for sure. I mean, I think most people probably have the stars by now if they're this advanced in the game. But I actually beat it all on the Flash version, and then all of a sudden the Steam version came out with a lot of extra cool stuff, so I decided to get the Steam version. And it was actually, I don't think it's still $5 for you guys, but it was $5 when I bought it compared to the normal $10. And even if it is $10, highly recommend getting it, guys. It is this good of a game. It's going to keep you busy for a long, long time, especially if you haven't played this game before. It's absolutely stupendous. Uh-oh, so this looks like a tough level. When you just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, already 9 of them on the screen at the same time. Fallen Knights, oh my. Those guys are scary. I don't like looking at them. So I'm decided, you know what? Since there's so many of those guys, I better start getting my archer towers up. And as stated before, you're probably a little bit better off going with a few more magic towers. I know they're highly resistant against magic. I understand that. You know, maybe get just as many archer towers as I have like right now, but don't get any more, and maybe just get ready to sell them. Don't get a crap load of ranger towers like I do a little bit later in the game. Probably not worth it. And again, that was just because I didn't know that the boss was extremely resilient against arrows. I thought he was going to be like a no armor boss, like most bosses normally are. Most bosses normally you can just kill them with just about anything, but not this boss. And he's also quite quick. He comes out of the top right side there, goes straight through the middle, just above my ranger tower on the right side there, goes straight underneath the Tesla tower, and straight through the middle. That's what he does. And it's quite scary. Also, another thing is you might want to start getting a few teleports, just in case you got a few random guys trying to chop on through here and take us down. Oh no. Oh no, we got it. Oh man, we're going to sell that little barracks, and we're going to get another bombard tower. Nice. We love our bombard towers. Yeah, whoop whoop. Awesome sauce. So here's the point where I'm lagging just a little bit, guys. I actually do end up fixing it. I don't know what was happening. My fraps was just being a little bit of a jerk face, and it was just causing a little bit of problems for me. No, I'm not cheating. No, I didn't save or anything like that. I just had some lag. That's what happened. So there you go. I'm trying to fix it. I fixed it eventually, and with a few editing skills of mine, I make it work for us. There we go, and here we go. We're back to goodness. Alright, so now we got these lichens coming on through here, which they are a pretty big problem too, because they actually have like 1,400 health or something like that. They have 400 health with the lichen form, and then they turn into the werewolf, which has a lot of health. I think maybe it's 700 to 1,000. It's a lot. It is a lot. Let's put it that way. And you might have to use your Rain of Fires quite well here, but again, you know, use your reinforcements, use them, you know, closer to the back. You don't want them to throw the spears instead of run up there, but of course they can run up there as well. That's not a bad thing, but it's not as great as throwing the spears. And what I'd love to do is get a very, very solid Big Bertha. So we're going to get the Big Bertha right here. He's going to take down most of these werewolves, and guess what? I had an extra Rain of Fire, so why not freaking use it? Got a couple werewolves popping through here. No freaking way. You're gonna get destroyed, man. And we took down these werewolves. Alright, wave number 14. I was like, oh wait, there's no guys coming out. Oh, it was the flying guys. It was the stupid witches. So this is where I actually ended up using a lot of the ranger towers over here. Was it worth it to do that? No, probably not. I don't really recommend doing that many ranger towers. If anything, maybe just do one Ranger Tower, and then the rest of them, well, one, excuse me. You probably want the Ranger Tower on the left side for sure, the Ranger Tower just above your Arcane Wizard on the bottom there. You probably want that guy, but the two on the far right, probably don't need those guys. Probably don't need them at all. You probably could just go with magic for them, and you probably do okay. Now, one thing that actually does help is that the poison does not matter for armor. So if you poison a guy, he's actually going to get hurt quite a bit with that poison. But when I say quite a bit, it's not really that much. But it does do a little bit of damage. I don't think that it actually affects the spectral knights, or spectral ghosts, or whatever those guys are, the ghost ones, that are supposedly impenetrable versus, or have like max armor that you could possibly ever get. You can't kill them with any arrows or anything. The poison, I don't think hurts them either, though. But if you have a very, very high armor on a guy, you can still take him down, hopefully you can still take him down. It's not very effective, but it does affect them, and that's the key. So you can tell we're just throwing some spear guys out here, and we're completely rocking these witches. Like, we don't need this many ranger towers. We could easily take them down. So now we're just going to check out what we got going on here. We're getting to the very end here, my friends. We just have the final level here, wave 15, which there's not 15 waves and then the boss. 15th wave is the boss. So he's actually going to come out of the far right here. You can see it. This is, there's a lichen, and boom, we found him. There he is. So we got some electric coils down here as well, and he looks pretty boss, doesn't he? So we're going to start using the guys over there. We're going to run him up here and hopefully take him down. So we're going to rain of fire him really darn quick. Did very, very little damage, actually. Not as much as I thought we would at all. Still looks like he has max health, which is very sad. Very sad. One other thing you can do is if your reinforcements are not doing that great of damage, or just causing a lot of problems, you can just kind of put them off to the side and have them throw spears more. But realistically, it's not going to do very much damage either way. Not very much damage at all. So you have to use your hero for sure. Move him back and forth, guys. Move your hero back and forth. My guy's only level 7, which is kind of sad. You should have a level 10 by now. I don't know what happened. I just didn't use him enough, I guess. But he also actually does this little pink thing where he chops down all your towers and you can't do it. Oh, man, Hacksaw just died. So that's very sad indeed. So now we're at the, he's like, oh, looks like we're going to lose. Probably going to lose, are we? Oh, man. Our Arcane Wizard's doing absolutely nothing. We're going to get Hacksaw back here right now, man. Get Hacksaw going. So we got a few other guys coming through here. You got all these knights and werewolves and stuff. Hopefully we can take him down. Let's see Hacksaw go. We got the Rain of Fire left. We still have the reinforcements that we can easily use. We get him. Oh, man, Hacksaw, you're going to be able to take down that Lycan. We're going to Rain of Fire this guy. Come on, come on. Let's take him down. And it looks like we could possibly die. Come on, reinforcements, throw your spears at him. I have 3 Arcane Wizards there, though, and I'm really hoping that those 3 Arcane Wizards are going to be able to damage him enough. And he's getting down to the very little tiny bit of health, but Hacksaw only has 1 little chunk of health left. And come on, could we do it? The Arcane Wizards aren't even there anymore. Come on, please. And we can do it. We've taken him down barely. But like I said, guys, one extra thing that you could do just a little better than me is maybe use a few more Arcane Wizards or Sorcerer Mages closer to the right side there. You do not need the Rangers hideouts over there. They're almost worthless. I'm going to finish this up. No lives lost. Reasonably hard map. I definitely think this was one of the hardest ones. Followed up by probably, I believe, the second level. The second level was tougher than the third level for sure. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please press that little like button. Much appreciated. And if you want to, subscribe because I make some pretty awesome stuff, guys. Thanks for watching and have a super duper delicious day.